Doc, I wanted to ask you something.
Uh-oh.
Why did you give the team cupcakes when you should have given them shovels?
Did you work on that?
Yes, I did.
Well, that was good. I mean, obviously the cupcakes they can eat now. I was worried about them eating before the game. You know, me being the nutritionist that I am, the sugar highs, I was really concerned with that. But that was a great game by our guys. Just the ball movement, the pace, and it was really created with our defense. You know, I was really happy in the third. Kobe had it going, to say the least, and our guys didn't overreact to it. And that's what we just kept saying. You know, he's going to make shots. Just don't overreact. Just keep playing. Just keep playing with your pace. And I thought that was great. I thought the first quarter was the biggest part of the game. Kevin gets the 2 fouls, sits until the beginning of the second, and when he comes in, we have a lead. That was huge for us.
This first quarter, though, Doc, I mean, 2 minutes in, the other team's in the bonus. That rarely happens. Your team was able to withstand that.
Yeah. You know, one was Howard shot some of the free throws. That didn't hurt us. You know, and two, we stopped fouling after that, you know, which was good. But usually you're in penalty in 3 minutes into the game and Garnett goes out. That usually is not a good thing for your basketball team. And the fact that, what do we have, a 4-point lead? That was huge. I thought, honestly, that may have been the difference in the entire game. You know, we played last night, so in a lot of ways, Kevin got a ton of rest. And then he came in the second quarter and was phenomenal.
Is this still one of Paul's favorite teams to play against?
Well, he's from L.A.
Yeah.
You know, like me going to Chicago as a kid, you know, or I guess I was an adult by then. You always and the rivalry as well. So he has the double whammy. You know, he's with the Celtics playing the Lakers, and he's from L.A. And he lives in L.A. in the offseason. So it's probably really important for him to play well and win so he can walk the streets and talk, as Paul probably does.
Doc, how do you figure tonight that Dwight returns and you guys dominate in the paint?
Well, we just, again, a lot of it, you know, it wasn't a lot of Dwight's fault. You know, we spaced the floor. You know, we kept Brandon. If he was guarding Brandon stayed outside. Kevin was outside. You know, so we really did a good job of keeping him out of the paint, which is important. And that's what we've basically been doing with the ability of Kevin to shoot and Brandon to shoot. You can pull bigs outside the paint, which allows all our guards to get to the basket. And that's what we've been doing.
The last 3 games, Dwight has been out. This was his return, but it looked a little bit rusty. Did you kind of see the same?
I didn't see the same. I thought he started out the game really well, but you expect that. You know, you don't sit out that. Dwight's going through a lot of stuff. You know, that's not an easy injury to play with. You know, remember Avery tried to play with it last year, and it didn't work out in the long run. So it's just a very difficult injury. You can play with it. It's extremely painful. You know, it's just one of those things.
Kevin with the 25,000 points. A guy that prides himself on defense, but to have that kind of offensive mark.
Yeah, you know what's funny is he's a great offensive player, but that tells you he's so good defensively that you rarely hear about Kevin being a great offensive player. You know, that just tells you how good he is overall. You know, he's a great passer. He's a great rebounder. He's a great offensive player. I mean, I don't know what else.
Doc, how much more comfortable is this team playing this style of ball from when, you know, like one you see?
Oh, yeah, they're very, very comfortable. And to the point now they're really, you know, I thought last night in a crazy way was really important for our team because they visually identified what they shouldn't do and how they can't play. And you could hear them talking about it throughout the game. This is not us. This is not us. You kept hearing it all game. And then when we finally got to pace, then you can hear them, this is who we are. And I thought that was big for us to see it visually. You know, I could say it and show them on film, but when they saw it, I thought it was great. You know, even in the fourth and third quarter when they just kept the pace. And the pressure defensively to get back every single time and get in the right spots or you're going to get attacked, it's tough, you know, and that's what we're doing.
Wilcox's starting to get that consistency that you ideally want to see from him.
Yeah, this style helps him too, you know, because he's running around besides the 2 lobs that he missed. I thought defensively he's getting his hands on balls, he's deflecting balls, he was doing the Tyson Chandler keeping balls alive tonight. So he was doing a great job.
6 in a row now, obviously since the injury, despite all the injuries and adversity this year. Like, is this the message this team's sending to like keep this team together right now to go at it?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if there was a message not to. You know, it's not, I really, and I keep saying our guys just think they're good and they're going to keep playing. They didn't ever doubt themselves. You know, like I said, others did, and they should have really. I mean, when you lose guys like Rondo and Sully, I get that. But the guys in the locker room, they like what they are.
Doc, this team has struggled in the third quarter in the past.
Yeah.
Just elaborate on that 37-point third quarter and what was going well there.
Doing this 6-game streaks, we've had a lot of lessons taught to us. In the Orlando game, we came out in the third and they made a run. Mm-hmm. In the Clipper game, they almost won the game. And it was good because we got to show them that you don't sit on the lead with your offense. You sit on the lead with your defense. Mm-hmm. You know, you make them use 20 seconds every time down defensively. And even if your offense goes still, you can still win the game. And I thought that's what we did in the third quarter. We just kept defending, and finally the game broke through for us.